So at the beginning, we really just wanted to run through, I think, some differentiators around Sigma that actually makes the larger accelerators that we're going to talk about today possible. So if we think about the impact that we want Sigma to make with our customers and the reason that customers tend to look for us, they're wanting to either do things that lead to faster decisions, better performance in general, or innovation. And by that we mean, power new capabilities or even new products. Clover, I think, is a good example here, where they went from they took their time to insight and decreased it by 90%. The way that we tend to accomplish these things, though, is really through these three main differentiators on the next slide here. And the way that we tend to accomplish that is through um, a tight coupling with the modern data warehouse. Chandra, do you mind going to the next slide there? Is that possible? Perfect, thanks. And so the way that we tend to accomplish this is by a really tight coupling with the modern data warehouses. Those cloud data warehouses could be any number of ones, Databricks or Snowflake being the ones that we tend to work with most often, but we want to be flexible there. It's not enough to just work with those, but also to tightly couple with them to allow for live querying against massive data sets there. And then we think that that combined with an interface that allows for true self-service leads to much better business outcomes. So by that we mean an interface that any business user can pick up and get value from via the spreadsheet interface, flexibility that allows for a code-based approach via SQL or Python for the folks that want to use it. And at the end of the day, the ability to drill into any dimension via that live connection to the warehouse means that you get true self-service without having to go back and ask for changes. And then last of all, and this is the part that I'm personally most excited about, especially for the FP&A world, is that I often spend a lot of time, building reports, building data connections, building dashboards that provided insights and analysis but didn't always allow for actioning or fit within a business process. So you would often, get questions about how you can export that to Excel or how you can do data dumps or that sort of thing. And so we really think at Sigma that we have to close that gap between just finding insights and then actioning it. And so that's where our AI apps and workflows come in and close that gap between insight and action. So those I think are the three main differentiators for Sigma. We'll dive in through today how the folks at Dataplatr actually took that and implemented and provided business value. We're actually going to do a better, deeper dive into the architecture, but at a high level, if you're curious about that, there's a view here of the different data platforms that we work with and can support. We layer on top of that dynamic user security and governance that goes all the way back down the data layer, a robust AI layer, and then that allows you to then build the capabilities that I was talking about via the AI apps or the business intelligence. Like I said, we'll dive deeper into the to the architecture, and you can see how that actually applies to the FP&A world too.